Oh, we're going to go ahead and get on into this. What's up, everyone? I haven't done a video on the Mars Anomaly channel in a minute. And there is a gigapan that I have been studying that I want to bring to y'all's attention. All right. This is Soul 1421 left mast cam. All right. Let me throw the Leak You channel in on this one. Throw it on in here on this one. All right. Loop this. Cool. Let me add the Leak You channel in on this, and then we're going to start taking a look at this gigapan. I have found blatant. All right, we got a blatant piece of video, or not video, but photo footage here, in which I'm about to prove my Mars Ivy theory again. Now, we've talked about this, that they're in the past, okay? If you just look at this channel, the Mars Anomaly channel, man, we are already at 105 subscribers over here. That's what I'm talking about. We've been gaining subs. Just off this Mars Anomaly content. We started this channel off from scratch, a while back. And man, it's crazy. Let me show y'all something. So I put the link to this. Actually, let me drop it again because I hadn't started the live stream for the Leak You channel. Let me throw it in here so that you have it on the Leak You side. Yeah, there we go. So when you get an opportunity, you should go and check out this gigapan. And I know it doesn't look like much of anything, right? When you look at it, but you got to scroll in. You got to scroll in. Now, I have been marking these, right? So if you go to gigamacro.com and you start getting interested in really, really looking at these images, you may come across some that I have actually marked. I am Leak You on the Gigamacro site as well. And I've already actually been marking this one as well. Now, I've got one more thing that I need to make people aware of, right? Listen, I absolutely love these Rover photos. I look at them daily. I have been studying this one for about a week now. Hey, TRG, it's so good to see you. Shout out to TRG, man. TRG, man. Love TRG. Love TRG. All right. So, as I have said before, there is some sort of growth happening on these rovers. It is on every single rover. Now, listen, I'm only talking in terms of here on Earth, right? I think it's, 10 out of 10 that other planets have other physics, okay? And period. I think that the world, the universe, okay, I think there's a million different Earths. I think there's a million different Earths, a million different humanoid types. And if you have not had an opportunity to look at Credo, I think his name is Credo Mutswa, who was a shaman in Africa. And he talks about the Chitauri in detail, the reptilians, right? You should go check out the video. I posted it on my wall. But listen, there is some sort of like growth. I refer to it as Mars Ivy growth on these rovers. Now, whether that is like a growth like a plant, or if this is what life looks like, on Mars. Well, whatever. But I know NASA sees these videos, right? And when we discovered it, when this Mars rock ivy, that's what I called it when I first, found it or whatever. When we discovered this Mars rock ivy, okay, NASA suddenly released a statement that there was possibly fungus in the red planet, right? There was possibly fungus, blah 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 blah, right? Um, the flower, the flower, the Mars, the dubbed Mars flower suddenly came into the news cycle. And then our alien took it a fucking away with that doorway, right? Um, let me show you something. Let me show you something before I even get to talking here. Listen, I have marked these, all right? I've marked these. And I would like to present to you a fucking awesome shot of a creature on Mars. I guess JPL forgot to Photoshop this out. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I hope they will continue to allow photos to just pass without being Photoshopped. This has had a little Photoshop, okay? I'll show you that here in a moment. You all need to start paying close attention to the tires on the Rovers, because they're also hiding something on those tires. And I will show you that in a moment. Every time, even now, when I'm coming across Photoshopped stuff, I mark it. The reason that I do that is because it will help others in the future look, it will help. It will help. If we know what they're photoshopping out, then we know where to look, especially in previous photos, right? If we know what they're trying to hide, then we know where to look. Go back, look at some of those older photos, right? Photos from, a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Photoshop wasn't what it was then, right? But this is an awesome little find, okay? Let me just take these off really quick. So we see here, okay, let me actually take a circle right here. We actually see some sort of being looking like leaning out the side view, right? With two eyes. And it has like a stick arm. Well, it has like a little stick arm here that's leaning, in on the rover. And it's, I don't know if it's looking up at the mass cam or what, but this did not go with the rover. This is not part of the rover, okay? The colors are very reminiscent of what we see on Mars, right? Let me cancel out. But it's not even just this little stick figure here. We've got another little snail-looking little thing right here. Right here. And we also have another little sideways action little creature here with two eyes. They look red. The eyes look red. Now, the last time I know I was live and I was talking about this, we had found, you know how you get the red eye when you're taking photos here on Earth, right? When someone takes a photo of you, there's like a red eye. Well, I think we found another example of this on Mars, except I call it the blue eye. Okay. And listen, I just put this out here. You take it for whatever you will. But as you look on these photos, if you're somebody that looks at these photos, these gigapans, it is, that's what you do. Keep your eye out for the blue eye. Specifically with Perseverance, the camera with Perseverance. Last time, we did a stream on this. We discovered some pretty amazing things. But what I refer to, like I said, is the blue eye for Mars. And I absolutely believe that we get that reflection because the rover is taking photos of something with an eyeball, okay? And it reflects a blue color. Well, why doesn't it reflect a red color? Listen, this isn't Earth, okay? This is not Earth. This is Mars. So absolutely none of the rules that apply on Earth would apply here on Mars, okay? I have a lot of different theories of Mars. I really do. And I also watch the geometrics. Everything is so geometrically aligned, right? Like perfect. And I don't think these are rocks at all. I don't think they're rocks. And I think the creatures are smaller on Mars. Um, I think that this is just from my research. I think they have one good. I will run across these little things with like two eyes, right? But one will be black, one will be white, right? It'll be like the opposite of each other. I don't know how to explain that. I've also came upon some pretty interesting stuff where it'll be a supposed rock, right? But half of the rock will be black, the other half will be white. And on the white part, the eye is black. And on the black part, the eye is white. Listen, that doesn't mean everything, but I'm just giving you, what I've seen over, the years. I've just thoughts. Take it for what you will. But yeah, this is most definitely not part of the rover. I think there is absolutely life on Mars. I think that life on Mars is smaller than life on Earth. Like a man can be 6 foot. I don't think they get that tall on Mars. Maybe they're not even in the form of man. Maybe they're not even in humanoid form. I said this a long time ago. What if the rocks are alive? What if they're not rocks at all? I don't think they're rocks. I don't think all of these things are rocks. Also, I want to note something else. If you look up here at the top, kind of like in the corner here, you kind of see like some rippling. I call it like rippling. But it's like in little checker box that are geometrically fucking perfect. I've ran across that a lot too. That is why I believe NASA plays around with overlay textures on these photos. Okay. These overlay textures. I have caught so many instances of NASA literally spraying texture on these photos. Okay. But listen, we're getting towards the topic of disclosure. Listen, if there's aliens, okay, or other humanoid forms of life out here in the universe, I think that we can fully, we can take this, right? We can take the fact that there's a possibility of life on Mars. Period. I think that NASA needs to stop hiding this from the American people. Um, the millions, the billions of dollars, the billions of dollars that NASA makes from our tax dollars. It is infuriating when they hide stuff from not only the American people, but the world. It's not just the American people that NASA, that people look to, right? It is the world. NASA's the only place on Earth, right? Probably the only organized, aside from Russia. I know China and India. Listen, but the most organized, the most tax funder paid. All right. We've sent how many rovers? How many rovers do we currently have on Mars? Yeah. Why would we spend all this money for a planet next to us, right? Why would we? If we didn't see or find anything interesting there to further investigate. Let me show you another photo that I have that I love. This one. I love this photo. This is a photo of the Perseverance shell. There is like a monkey-looking creature walking on the shell. And the reason why I love this photo, okay, listen, look at the eyes of said creature. All right, I'm going to see if I can screen cap this and kind of blow this up. Hold up. So I want to show you something. There's a reason why you see these little emblems. Hold on, let me show you. These little emblems on the rover. You see this? These little emblems right here. You ever notice that you see them more and more? You ever notice that? These emblems right here. These little white emblems. Now, look at the photo again. Look at that creature's head. That is a creature's head. It's smushed. And it sure looks very similar to these emblems, don't it? I think they do that because that is one of their ways of trying to hide what's on these photos, okay? But you'll notice these little white emblems, they move from picture to picture. Look really close. Do you see the Photoshop job on this? Look. Why would NASA feel the need to Photoshop that? Look real close. You can see the line right here. You can see the line. This has been Photoshopped. You can even see the break right here. Their Photoshopping really sucks. The other thing, you need to pay attention to the tires. I found something yesterday. Here, and I'll show you what I found. Look really close. Why are we Photoshopping tires? Why are we Photoshopping tires? Look really close. While you're looking close, let me see if I can get a snippet on this photo. There we go. Come on through. There we go. Yeah, come on through. Right here. Now you can see it closer. Okay. If this is a being walking on the Perseverance shell, like almost like a half monkey, half snail type shit, I don't know. The way that its head is like smushed with those two eyes. Remember, we had also found similar looking creatures on other gigapans, and we have talked about that previously on this channel. Feel free to go back, look at the channel. But man, that head with those two eyes, a smushed eye. Listen, it sort of kind of looks like these emblems, these white emblems. Is that because possibly that these beings or creatures, are they like touching the rover and like growing up like ivy, like a plant? Just look at this. Just look at this, right here. Like this, I could go on and on and on. Look right here. Look at this. That's not part of the rover. What is that? Look at the Photoshop. Look, you see the cut there? Look at the cut. Whatever this is, all right? Even this right here, this is not part of the rover, okay? This strange growth, this brownish geometric growth. That's what I call it. Listen, I got even more shit. Wait, I'm not done. I'm not fucking done. I love this photo. Look. Look real close. This is 1421 left mask cam. Oh, look, our pretty little emblem again. Look, it looks just like the head of the smushed head of that creature. What is this? It almost looks like you see this right here? Right here. Let me circle around it. Right here. Look at that. How cool. Mark it. But that's not it. That's not even all of it, right? Notice it gets real blurry as you move in, huh? And it should be clear. It should be clear as hell. It's a close-up. Look how clear we got all of this. Somewhat, anyway. I think there's another technique that they're using on these photos that sort of like smushes and burns these photos. Is sort of the best way I could describe it. I think from an overall perspective. I think they do it all the time. But all of a sudden, the things that are so closest are blurry as fuck. Look at all those little white emblems right there. Never seen those before on the rover. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at this. I don't think I think that is just NASA trying to cover something, honestly. Look at all this. We got another Photoshop. Look, see the cut? Look at that. Oh, we got a double here, huh? Look at this. I hate it because it gets blurry, it gets dark. There's something right here that is dark, that has been darkened out. It's a blockhead, like a block almost. And I mean, look at everything around it. It's amazing. Even this right here, it's amazing. Look at that. Look at all that Mars ivy. Look at that. Yeah, look at the Photoshop. Let's count how many of these emblems we see just right here alone. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think m- in a we think about like magic, right? Or how people do like visual things that will throw us off. I absolutely think that these emblems are there to throw us off. And they get copied and pasted on the rover over things. I really do. Look, proof of that right there. There's something about that. But again, I think it has everything to do with the fact that maybe some of these little creatures do sort of look like that. Their heads kind of look like that. Right? Yeah. I have been finding all sorts of stuff on this Gigapan. All sorts of stuff. Look, right here. There's something coming out of the side, and it has stick hands hanging, connected or touching the rover, but yet it's sticking out sideways from the rover, right? Evenly placed, exact. The geometrics are exact. Ask yourself this: why would NASA feel the need to Photoshop anything coming back from the rover? Why would NASA feel the need to do that? What is NASA trying to hide? Oh, look at that. What's going on here? Failed Photoshop job. A very failed Photoshop job. Things don't even line up. Remember last live, we had found a turtle like being. And I would like to show you that. Give me a sec. I would like to show you that. Found like a turtle like being. let me pull the soul on that. Just a second. I want to show you this. Okay. Okay, that was Curiosity Soul 1441 when we found that. No, it wasn't. It was not 1441. Sorry. It was 796 M100 right lost calm. Let me show you. In the description, and I'm going to throw it into the light. Yeah, there it is. Let me grab the link. I'll just take you right on there. Throw the link in the chat, live chat. This was the when we were talking about, not the red eye reflection, but the blue eye reflection. Okay, it's this. I love this. It's like a weirdly deformed shaped little turtle creature. I'll screen cap it and blow it up. Oops. Go back. Look at that. One eye. It's clearly got it. Its neck is connected and goes all the way back. You can even see the line. It's like a weird turtle. A weird shaped turtle. In this particular Gigapan, all right, this one here, 796 PDS. This is where we found the blue eye reflection. I love this photo too. This image too is absolutely amazing. And I've been marking it also. But listen, I'm not here to talk about that. If you want to go over this PDS, then go to my last video. But yeah, make sure if you do start getting into this and you're looking at the Giga Macro site or whatever, Gigapan, create yourself an account so that you can mark this stuff. You're just helping human beings. You're just helping the generation after you. Isn't it funny how things get so bloody? It gets so bloody. The closer the camera, the bloodier the image. Isn't that weird? Shouldn't even be that way. Blurred out. I think that it's some sort of something that is on this rover and it sticks out at like a sideways angle, period. I'm convinced, okay? Just like I'm am absolutely 1000% convinced that this is absolutely Photoshopped sand, okay? You can look at this and tell that that's a Photoshop job. When you see this, mark it. Mark it. Fake sand. Paul, NASA out. Call NASA out. And again, it kind of helps you to know what to look for. Now, this was actually a pretty freaking amazing little section of I want to say land, whatever. This was a nice little piece of land that the rover was on, right? Because you all remember this, right? Art Alien had did several videos on this. Look at that. I think that is the same area, right? Something really strange sticking out there. Can't really get close up. Oh, Oh, I didn't show you this. Sorry, I didn't show you how fake this is either. Look, why are we photoshopping, NASA? What are we doing, NASA? Let's mark this. NASA Photoshop fail. I told folks a long time ago that this piece of the rover was being photoshopped on. And if you've ever been to like my Behance, let me show you. We found another creature, show you, in Sol 1506. It's Curiosity. 1506 and 1507, I believe, was the soul numbers. Let me show you this. Y'all remember the that find, right, with the painting or the mural? That was just me tracing over. Hey, little man, what's up? What's going on? That mural. I think that mural, I think it is a mural. I think it's something to tell. Listen, that's just what I think. So I just love this shit, right? Shout out to Art Alien TV, man. He put so much work into this. Oh, look at our little lizard friend. A little reptilian lizard friend on Mars. God, it's amazing. There he is. Say hello to my little friend. This was MSL 100 nav. And I had traced this out because this is what we found on the rover. Definitely not part of it. And you can clearly see like a crab-like hand, right? Two crab-like hands like holding on to whatever this is. You can even see another little hand coming out here. But what I really liked about this was that the eye was so defined. You can clearly see the pupil in this photo. It almost looks like metal. Almost. Probably like my leading theory or thought when I think about Mars and life on Mars, I think about creatures that maybe look like rock that come out from the ground, right? Everything is connected to each other, right? It's connected, right? What do I always say? Connect, duplicate, grow, connect, duplicate, grow, connect. And it's all like geometric in nature. So insane. Anyway, that's my Behance. But yeah. What's going on, NASA? And why is this always like a bent portion? I don't think this is like a really bent portion of the it almost looks like it got some damage or something. I think that's one of the eyes. I think NASA, and if you even look close, you'll see like a pattern sort of come. You see like a pattern in this? Well, pay close attention when you're looking at some of these Mars images and you see something that looks almost like a chain. Grows, duplicates, connects, grows, duplicates, connects, grows. Just pay close attention. Anyway, let me elaborate a little. Oh, wait. Here, look. Look, we got another example of what? I will just say this. You don't even have to take my word for it. I'll just say this. When you are looking at these images and you run up on these little emblems, okay, look around it and you'll notice a lot of photoshopping going on. Look at this. Photoshop fail. Marking. Look at that. Photoshop fail. But then I start looking, start really, really looking close when I see that. Because I find little stuff like this. It's almost like a little lizard right here, don't it? Right here. That little guy. But anyway, pay close attention to the tires as well, because NASA is also hiding and photoshopping out tires for some reason. And I don't know why, except for to say maybe there's something on said tires they don't want us to see, right? But look. It's off. It's a Photoshop fail. The NASA emblem. Yeah. And I'll just kind of leave it at this. You can clearly see. Did I mark this one? No, I did not. Let's mark this one. So we got another. And then we see this on both of the tires, right? On this side anyway, right? Photoshop fail. Keep in mind, the best way to backwards engineer or back engineer or even look at these photos to try to understand what NASA's doing is to understand what the capabilities are of Photoshop out here. What can you do? What are the capabilities that you have within the software? What would you use within the software to do this, right? That sort of a thing. And if you understand that, then it helps you understand how they're doing these things. Anyway, again, amazing. Okay, we got our little snail friend here. I don't know what we're going to name him. But say hello to my little friend. That is some kind of creature. And even if somebody was to say to me, Leek, yeah, man, like this little guy here hanging out the side with his arm leaning down on the rover, this little stick arm or whatever, that could be anything. But okay, sure. What about this little snail guy though, right? Right here though. What about that little guy? That's not part of the rover. That ain't a rock. I love this shit. That's not a rock. And even if you don't even, look at this little guy right here either. Look. This little guy with his head hanging off to the side. There's no way that you're going to tell me that this isn't something. Or are you going to tell me it's a rock, right? Are you going to tell me it's a rock? Another technique that NASA's using, especially on the rover photos, is I told you about them using like texture spray or whatever, but they also will use, white and will completely paint over these things, especially when it's on like a white surface. So I don't know how this one managed to get by. Don't know. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful is all I can say. I hope some more photos somehow make their way past, you know, the eyes of NASA, or, they somehow just let a few others just kind of make their way through. Here's another example. Look at that. Looks like a little lizard creature hanging off to the side right here, but it's blurred out. NASA has intentionally blurred it out. This gigapan is a freaking diamond. Like, there's diamonds all in this bitch. Looks like a lizard looking creature. I'll mark that one too for you guys. Telling you, you got to look at this stuff really close up. Oh, but wait. I didn't even put my magnifier on this. Let me unmark this. I swear, Google Chrome, Google, can you please update your code? Please update your code for the magnifier to remove the mouse dead center in the middle of the said magnifier so I can see what I'm looking at. I hate that. And even the stick leg even has a shadow. The stick leg even has a shadow. Red eyes. I wonder why the eyes would reflect blue. Because I think that's what they're reflecting. It's blue. The blue, instead of like red eye, like we see on cameras here on Earth. I think it's blue eye on Mars. That's just a theory of mine. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to come through and put this on your, this gigapan in your mind. It's a good one. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Until next time.